I really want to get into it. We're going to dig in deep on these 8 ways together. Okay. So Christina, why don't we have you take number 1?
Yeah. So number 1 is that you don't have a strategic plan of attack. So you might be saying, well, of course I do. I know that I want a new job. I know that I want a new career. You might be saying that you go online, you're applying to jobs, but nothing is working, and that's your strategy. And unfortunately, that's not necessarily a strategy. A strategy is this whole methodology and understanding of who you want to work for and why, and how you're going to go about landing those opportunities, about connecting with others, and essentially your ultimate goal of landing your dream job. And that's something that's really important to consider. So think of it this way. It's really hard to build a house if you don't have a blueprint. And it's really hard to land a great job if you don't have this modern strategy in place. So I know that you're not alone in this. And as JT mentioned, it can be hard to identify what's kind of getting in the way of you and your goals, especially based off this fact here. 49% of professionals that we actually surveyed told us they want a new job, but they're not sure what their next move should be. They don't know what to do to really feel empowered and choose that next career. So how can you find a new job if you don't know what you want to do next, and also what skills that you want to use or what companies you want to work for? And a lot of people feel like they just take what they get when they're targeting different types of jobs. But if you change your mindset and realize that you're actually this job shopper, you're shopping for this new opportunity, you're going to have the ability to choose what you want instead of just taking anything that comes your way. And we have lots of members inside the platform who are writing to us and coaching, and they mentioned that they have a strategy in place. They understand what needs to be mapped out, and they're working towards these goals every day because they have this methodology. And this leads us to the next point, which is that school taught us everything except how to build and maintain a satisfying career. And unfortunately, you were never taught how to find a job in school. And yes, you might have gotten some pointers along the way from friends, family, colleagues, but that doesn't cover a whole mapped out strategy that's going to get you results. And that's not your fault. We all went to school for those years to just be told, figure it out yourself. And it is unfair, but this is why we're here. And this is why we help job seekers each and every day. And we know that essentially you're here to get this education. As JT mentioned, you should feel proud that you're here today. You've taken that first step, and now you're ready to identify how you can put this strategy into action in order to start reaching your goals and seeing results while working towards your next career move. And also, did you know that the average job search takes about 6 to 9 months? And that's something that's really important. And I want you guys to really let that sink in. And a lot of people find this quite surprising. And you might be wondering what this is all about. And the problem is essentially the strategy for the job search itself. People aren't matching up with the right employers and getting hired. So and it all goes back to the fact that you don't have this strategic plan. And without a strategic plan, it will take even longer. Plus, spraying and praying never works. So you're going to waste time applying to opportunities that aren't a fit or applying to great jobs without a strategy to help you stand out. And people come to us every day with that same complaint about spending, let's say, 7-8 hours a day looking for a job, applying to 100 jobs a week, what we call spraying and praying, and not even getting those job interviews. So you might be thinking, well, what's wrong? How can I improve upon my strategy? And what's wrong is that you're not really customizing your strategy or your materials, and you're not really focusing on the jobs that you fit. And you're also probably not networking your way into those top companies so that you can stand out. So the solution here today for our first roadblock is that you need to have a strategic job search plan in place that will get you results and also save you time and money. And this is that strategy. That's the solution. So you need to have this clear step-by-step plan on who your target audience is, essentially who you need to meet, who you need to introduce yourself to when you are networking. We have a whole course built out on this, where the right jobs are, and how you're going to put your best foot forward and start kicking off that job search strategy.